Sorry for the noise complaint. We're programming next door.
What's up? This is Timmy Trumpet. We're at Ushuaia, Ibiza, and this is Mystery Top 5. It's all a mystery. You're starting with a controversial record right there. If we're doing top 5, I mean, I'll give that like a 4. I mean, the name was controversial when we decided to do it. Carnage, aka he goes by the name Gordo, for those of you that don't know him. But we wrote this record back in 2015. We both kind of clicked in that Psytrance sound, and we put it out, and it actually caused a bit of an uproar within the Psytrance community because we weren't quite accepted. We just were doing something we love, you know. And I remember when we posted the record as it came out, it must have had about 50,000 comments of all just hate. Just people saying, stay away from our community, don't play our music, what are you doing? But I'm really proud of that record, and I love Psytrance, and I love the Psytrance community. Shout out to Vinny Vinci, who eventually I got to collab with a few times. And, and shout out to all the haters, because those comments helped send the track viral, which ended up being a really big record. And shout out to Gordo, aka Carnage. It was a great collaboration. I love that guy. I give that a number 3. Oh man, Scooter is iconic. I grew up to when I first turned 18, going to clubs and singing Scooter's records. I have no idea why he titled the track Paula's Dead. I kind of made an instrumental and sent it to him, and that's kind of part of Scooter's thing. You don't quite fully understand the lyrics that he's saying. It's very international though. It seems to work, and it was just a huge honor to work with him. Who's Paul? I have no idea. I mean, only because it's a remake, I'm gonna go with 5, because I'm all about originals, if I can make originals. This was a remake of one of my favorite records, a record that Kashmir produced, another good friend of mine. I came to him with the idea, and he was up for it, so long as we put it out on Dharma Records. That's his record label, very established, great record label. I hope that I did it justice. I mean, he plays it out there, so he's the master. Having him approve, a remix of his original was a huge honor. And it's doing really well on the radio at the moment. It's great to see people pick it up. I've seen it's done really well on TikTok. I've seen other versions of it, like David Guetta's made a version, and it's just really cool to see that happen. I ranked that number 2. Oh my God, man. What a record, what a story that's been. I mean, we wrote the track in 2016, and it didn't really hit off till a couple of years ago, when a baseball player by the name of Edwin Diaz from the New York Mets, he used it as his walk-on song. I didn't even know that baseball players have a walk-on song. He's like the final pitcher and the star of the New York Mets. He was walking onto our track, and I was hearing about it through my tour manager, and I was like, I didn't think much of it, but ended up going there, playing in the New York Mets stadium. Unbelievable experience. Even ended up on the Jimmy Kimmel show, which was just insane. Like, a huge talk show in America. I mean, that record's been a huge part of my career, and shout out to Edwin Diaz for choosing that as his record to march onto the field with, and throw that baseball. So. I guess thanks to you, it's number 1. That record is it has to be number 1 now. It's my number 1 ranked record. I love the record, and we debuted that together at Tomorrowland. It was the first time I kind of got to play on the main stage in a closing slot, and playing with Hardwell after he'd had a long break from Tomorrowland. I think it was 5 years. So to go up there for his first set back and debut that record for the first time was a huge moment. If you don't know The Revolution, it's an incredible record. It's a very inspiring record. That vocal in the middle, I think, is really beautiful, and it's supposed to sort of take you away into that moment, you know, let go, because I feel like part of dance music is coming together, unifying everyone, forgetting about all your problems and letting the music take control, and Revolution is definitely, you know, on that tip. So
Bass and the tweeters make the speakers go to war.
Freaks has hit 1 billion streams this year. I haven't had any record that's put a dent in my career like Freaks. I feel like it was the birth of my career. It's 10 years as of this weekend, so 10-year anniversary, and the last 10 years have been the best 10 years of my life thanks to that record. Huge shout out to the New Zealand rapper Savage, who you know, he was already, you know, #1 artist, you know, mashing around with EDM from New Zealand, and then to jump on that record and write those amazing lyrics and do what he does, that record's forever changed my life, and I'm very grateful to him and to everyone that's listened to Freaks. 500,000 spins on Spotify is just ridiculous, and over 1 billion streams in total is just, it still blows my mind. But happy birthday, Freaks. Happy birthday, Savage. Happy birthday to everyone that's ever listened to Freaks. I love you guys. Ushuaia, I fucking love you.
Freak that.